Boy, what a blessing to have the opportunity to be here to play this great game. Glory and honor to God for giving all of us the opportunity to be here and to do this. What a difference a week makes, huh? A week ago, I thought we had probably arguably our worst performance in 3 years in this league as an offensive football team. We did not play very well, and I was really proud of the way the team came out and practiced this week. The sense of urgency they had, the energy they practiced with, the sense of determination to get it done. I mean, you get beat, you got two options. You put your head in the sand and you hide from it, or you roll your sleeves up and you go to work and say, you know what, that's not who we want to be. We want to get better than that. That's not who we want to be. And I thought, even though today was not wasn't sexy, it wasn't a high scoring, you know what I mean, affair. It was kind of a slugfest with two heavyweights sitting in the middle of the field, kind of duking it out. And we called somewhat of a conservative game a little bit offensively. Because of that, we got the lead. I felt like, you know what, let's just punt the ball away if we can't make a first down and make them go 80 yards against our defense. And I felt really good about the way our defense was playing today. Just two very hard-nosed, tough football teams competing their tails off. Really proud of Matt, what he was able to do after the opening play of the game, having the injury with Alex and going out. And I've said it all along, we've got two quarterbacks that are good enough to play. We've got two quarterbacks that are good enough to win with. We've got two quarterbacks that have won. You know what I mean? Have started in this league and have won. And I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to have them both. And you know what? Just like when you have an injury, somebody's got to step up. And I thought Matt went in and did a great job tonight. I was, there's probably, I know one of them I'd like to have back for him, the one interception. But we threw two interceptions tonight. But I thought he made some great throws, some accurate throws, some tight window throws that kept some drives alive. So. Just proud of what we were able to do. Really thought the defense played their tails off. Offense was able to make a couple plays to score some points, and that was the storyline tonight.
Open it for questions.
Mike Mueller, BCP Plus. Your special teams was amazing today. I think you guys ended up at midfield or beyond on almost every single return. How much of that do you attribute to the blocking and the schemes and the preparation, and how much of that is just the athleticism of Kane and Davis on those returns?
Yeah, well, they played for us last week too, and they didn't look like that. I mean, they played last week too. I think it's a testament to. Yeah, Kane and Davis they have talent, they have vision, they can see, they can run. But it really, I think Chris Bonio does an unbelievable job as our special teams coach. He's been in the NFL, he's been around the game, he's played the game for a long time. He's got a great mind. He does a great job teaching those guys, but. I think it's the 9 or 10 guys that are up front. I think it's the 9 or 10 guys up front and the determination they had as a football team to we got to make some blocks. We give these guys a little bit of time, and they could put on the film last week and go, golly, I was just this one block away. And, we've got a kind of a one-and-done mentality. When you look at special teams, there is no second down or third down. There are no do-overs. There are no my bads. It's one and done. You get one play, and you're out of the game. And we got to make it count. And I thought those guys block and did a great job, along with the schemes that Chris comes up with, and then the talent has an opportunity to shine through when the ball's under their arm.
Hey, Coach. Mike Pelko from the Bottom Line Podcast.
Yeah, Mike.
What is it about this Michigan Panther team that always just seems to give you your toughest fight in this league? And what is it that, going into the preparation from a short week from the loss to DC and then the turnaround to this one, and what do you usually expect from this team? And they always give you a hard fight, but what is it that Birmingham Stallions have that find the missing piece in the game to get over the hump?
Well, I think, it's always going to be a close game because I think they're one of the better teams we played. I think last year they had 4 losses. 3 of them were to us. 2 of them, one of them was by a point, and I think one of them was by 2 points. And then we intercepted a ball in the championship game only to make that one a couple-score game. They're all close slugfest dogfights, that we're going to be in. I think Mike is a hard-nosed, tough, physical football coach. I think they have a hard-nosed defense. They're very hard to get big plays on. They keep the ball in front of them. They make it a low-scoring game, and we know it's going to be a hard-fought football game when you play them. We're blessed to have some great players that have been able to make one more play than they have going down the stretch. But I thought our team played with confidence today. I thought they played with some confidence. I thought they did a really nice job, especially defensively. And then offense, we've got to get a little bit more consistent. We didn't run the ball the way we would like to today, but I thought we were able to make up for it with some of the controlled passing game and throwing the ball underneath to make some first downs.
Matt, this is the second time, going back to last year, funny enough against the Panthers, that you've had to come off the bench and provide this offense with a spark. What's kind of your mindset for just, staying ready, preparing as a starter, and knowing that you might get your shot at any point?
Yeah, it's just being a pro. Regardless of the outcome, you got to control the controllables, and that's all you can do. So, when the opportunity presents itself, you got to be ready, and that's on nobody else but yourself. So, yeah.
Andrew Graham with the Detroit News. This is for both Coach and Matt. How did you get to the call for that 3rd and 10 to start the fourth quarter? I think that was the first play of the fourth quarter, the long touchdown to Dion. I guess what was the sort of thought behind that call, and was that the design read? And then Matt, after he answers, can you just kind of take me through what you saw in that play?
Yeah, for sure.
We were talking about the leverage that they were playing, and we're talking about the leverage that they were playing with their corners. We had run a play earlier, and the outside guys were trying to run in cuts, but they were so heavy inside. So we kind of drew that one up in the dirt a little bit right there where it was like, you know what, the receiver's like, Coach, I called the play, which, again, the outside guys work in, and they said, Coach, the guys are so far inside us, they won't let us inside. So we just put a little stutter on it and took it deep, a lot wider. And then, I thought Dion Kane ran a great route. We had JT going down the middle of the field with the two guys going down on the sideline, and I thought Matt threw a absolute perfect strike, did a great job, put air under it. Dion just ran right under it, and we're able to execute it. But I think it was a combination of the players' input to what they were getting and the leverage that the defense was playing, and then trying to plug the offense in, and then the players going out and doing a fantastic job of executing it.
Yeah, it was just good communication with our receivers, players, the coaches, and then just execution. What I saw was they were in an odd front, just moving around a lot, playing games up front, and they were playing cover one behind it. They were disguising into too high, and on the snap, they came down. I saw they were playing cover one. We had a guy running down the middle of the field to occupy the middle safety, and I just trusted my guy to go and win. So the route takes care of itself, and like you said, execution and the communication to the players. And yeah, Line did a good job of giving me a pocket to step up to, and Dion made a good job of getting under it, making a play. So I just doing my job.
Coach, you guys had quite a few procedural penalties on both sides of the ball, and I'm just wondering, as a head coach, I understand effort penalties are going to be part of the game, but when you get those procedural penalties, do you just chalk that up to it's part of the game, or does it make you kind of want to pull your hair out a little bit?
No, well, that's how I got here. You know what? That's how I've been doing this for a long time, and that's how I got here, pre-snap penalties. They got to be eliminated. They have to be eliminated. I know it's an emotional, passionate game, and things happen. The last snap, the center was like, you know what, I just kind of was anticipating it, and I kind of went a little bit early. But, yeah, we had way too many of them last week. Last week they had 20 first downs against us, DC, and 5 of them were by penalty. And so, you looked at it, we just talked about something that we got to eliminate, the pre-snap penalties. We still have too many of them. We had, I think, 2 delay games tonight. We had 2 delay games, which we have to get fixed. We had one last week. We had some helmet communication problems tonight, which made it kind of difficult. And then we had a couple jumping in the neutral zone, and I think we got to eliminate those. It's not smart ball with the number of penalties that we have right now, and we got to clean them up or they're going to get us beat.
We're going to go online. Steve Irvine, unmute, and you can go ahead and ask your question.
Skip, I just wondering what you thought about your pass protection tonight after a tough night in the opener and didn't allow a sack tonight, and also conversely on defense, the job that your defensive front did in the same area.
Yeah, defense. I thought the defensive front did a great job. You know, we talked a lot about do we go to a 3-down front, but we're doing such a great job of getting pressure with those 4 guys inside, and we really like our D-line right now. They're playing really well. Getting Gates back really helped our defense. The defense is playing really well, along with the way that Chappelle and Tay Crowder are playing. Linebacker moving A.J. back to safety tonight, I think really helped us. I thought the defense played great, and I think all those moving parts I just talked about, many of them are coverage sacks because the ball can't get out quick. And then when you look at it over on the offensive side of the ball, I think we did a little bit more to try and help our offense tonight, to help the offensive line than we did a week ago. I thought Matt did a really good job of getting rid of the ball. He's got an incredibly quick release, and I thought he did a really good job of getting rid of the ball and throwing the ball underneath and be able to control the ball with a little bit of the passing game because of the way we were struggling running the ball. But yeah, I thought the offensive line did a much better job. They're a proud unit. We talked a lot about 8 sacks. Some of those were on the quarterback for sure. And then I thought the O-line stepped up. I thought Matt did a really good job in the pocket tonight of getting rid of the ball. And I really like our defensive line and the things that they're doing right now. We got to keep getting better. Our quest at this point is not to try and win a football game. It's just to keep getting better. I mean, the team that's going to be standing at the end is going to be the team that continually makes strides and get better. And we certainly weren't where we were last week. It's that deal. We're not where we're going to be. We're not where we want to be. We're not where we're going, but thank God we weren't where we were last week. You know what I mean? We were better than that, but we got to keep getting better with where we are.
Avion, go ahead and unmute, and you can ask your question.
How you doing, Coach? This is Albion from AFN. At one point in the game after the first turnover, Matt went 12 to 14. What does that say about your quarterback and the chemistry you guys have built? And Matt, same question for you. What does it say about your toughness that no matter what, you always want to make a comeback?
Yeah, the question was.
I didn't hear
The question was after his interception. I heard you say 14.
12 for 14.
Oh, 12 for 14 after the interception. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think that's where we threw that first interception, and then that's where I thought he did a great job. Like I said, then it became kind of a ball control passing game, and letting him read the coverage, throw the ball into windows, not put it into danger. I trust him with the ball, even though he had just thrown an interception. But I do think it says an awful lot about the mental toughness that it takes to make a mistake and to come fighting back. And then, it's a next play mentality. And I thought he did a really good job of just of reading the coverages and taking what the defense was giving him.
Well,
Same question.
Yeah, so there was
mental toughness,
12, 14. I think it was just the good adjustment by the play calling that just helped us as an offense get back on track. The guys were making the catches in the tight windows, in the slants, and and getting yards on the checkdowns when nothing else was there down the field. So, again, credit to the athletes getting open and my guys up front giving me protection. And again, the play calling from players to coaches. And just execution, it was much better, and that just goes to show for the preparation of practice that we had this week. It was night and day compared to last week, so I think that shows.
Oscar, we're going to wrap this up with you.
Thank you very much, Heather. One question for the coach and one question for Matt Corral. Matt, it's so simple. How do you feel after the game, and could you say some words to all the Mexican fans following you tonight?
I knew that question was coming. I feel great. We did what matters. We got the win. As ugly as it was, like Coach said. It just goes to show what type of team we are. No matter what happens during the game, we're going to keep fighting till the clock hits 0. So, I got a lot of love for those guys in the locker room, and I will stop fighting when that clock hits 0. I know they're going to do the same. So, and to the Mexican heritage, my Mexican heritage. I appreciate your guys' support, and I really appreciate you always asking me these questions, man. It truly means a lot. So thank you. Not a lot of people even know that I'm Hispanic, so that's great.
Coach, what is your balance after 2 games, these 2 first weeks of the season?
Well, I think it's almost, it was a really ugly opening game. I think it was probably really good for us. I think it probably humbled us a little bit coming out of the gates. And as Matt said, I thought this team's focus, sense of urgency, and practice this week was night and day difference than it was a week ago. I still don't think we're where we can be as a football team. I think we still have a lot of room for improvement. But I thought we made huge strides from week 1 to week 2 in doing some of the little things that you have to do to win a football game. And so I'm proud we were able to get the win. I'm really, we've played 2 games on the road. Our first 2 games are on the road. This was a 5-day window, which was a really quick turnaround. You play Sunday. We got back at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning last week. You take Sunday off. You played Sunday. You take Monday off. You put them in shorts Tuesday. You have a light practice Wednesday. You travel Thursday, and here we are playing the game today. I mean, it was like you didn't even get to prepare. You got to heal, and then you got to polish, but you never got to prepare. So what this team was able to come out and do with very little work, I'm excited to have a full week of practice to see that we can continue to polish some things up and to continue to get better as a football team. But really proud of what these guys were able to do. Like I said, great respect for Coach Nolan, for this Michigan football team. I think they were the second best team we played a year ago. We're going to find out what this year is going to look like for everybody because we all have new rosters. We all have new teams. But I was really proud that what they were able to come out and get done tonight.